Hi, my name is Dennis Ullery. I currently live in Lakenheath, England. I teach military brats over here. I teach them chemistry, physics, and AP physics. It's a great opportunity to love on these kids whose parents may be deployed, usually about half the year. With that said, what I'm about to show you is the autobiography of my life, the sports that I love, and the sports that I continue to play, and who instilled that passion in me. Here we go. Let's start when I was young. I was born in 1988 to a family of 7. I have a twin brother, another brother, 2 sisters, and we had several nieces and nephews actually at that time. We grew up in a trailer park. My dad actually worked literally 5 houses down, 5 trailers down from our house. He worked long shifts. Back then he was the only one making any sort of money where my mom was at home trying to take care of us kids. It was a great opportunity for us to play sports as we were all very, very active. We weren't people who were able to stay inside, so we had to be outside, and we were always doing something. With that said, organized sports did not come into our lives until later in our life, and that's mostly because of travel purposes, money purposes. There wasn't as much opportunity for us in terms of playing active sports when we were younger. When I was in elementary school, my PE teacher, I don't know her name at all, but I remember that me and my twin brother, we were always taller, relatively strong for our age. We were geeks as well, if I'm honest. But with that said, we were always very, very good at gymnastics, good at other sports that we played during gym class and during recess. And I remember the buck, I don't know what it's called, it's a gymnastics thing where you springboard, you put your hands down and jump over. They have like towers, if you will, the blue towers. But so we did a competition of that, and I was doing well, and so was my twin brother, because we have identical characteristics, if you will. But she ended up, we made so far, and then we got to jump over her instead of these boxes because she trusted us, I guess. So I still remember that when I was young. Something so little and something that she probably had no idea would still be in my mind that she allowed us to do. I think I just thought it was so cool and so neat that a select few of us were able to do that. So that stuck with me, which is kind of bizarre. So in elementary, we also played 5th and 6th grade basketball, which our team was rubbish, completely terrible, which is alright. It's a very Appalachian school in an area that is urban. So realistically, we didn't have the population that grew up playing basketball. I grew up with that sport, unfortunately. So that was elementary. In middle school, we had the opportunity to play, say, soccer. Football, as we call it over here in England, obviously. But with that said, it was more so a local league. It wasn't very competitive. We got to learn some basic skills of soccer, but it really didn't translate on the field, as I'm going to talk about, to that high school level. We were still tall, but sometimes tall is awkward, especially at that middle school age, where you're like, I don't know what to do with my limbs. That is where we were in life. So other than that, in middle school, we just worked on studies. We played a lot of frisbee golf, me and my buddies. There's a local frisbee golf course right down the street, and once again, we loved it. Me and my brother could throw really far, while kind of the other 2 that we went with, they were a lot more accurate to begin. So that was kind of the middle school era, if you will. Not a lot of physical activity outside of kind of our day-to-day grind that we had. Going to high school, my brother, my older brother, he was a junior in high school. So that actually gave us the opportunity to play sports because he played all sports, I played all seasons, that we got the opportunity to say, hey, we're going home with you. So it was a great opportunity. We finally got to play the sports that we wanted so much, and I was excited to do so. So with that said, not doing a lot of sports back in middle school and elementary, just kind of being hit and miss here and there. My teacher, he was a social studies teacher. He coached volleyball. It was weird at the time. Volleyball had this connotation that it was a girls' sport, that it wasn't a real sport, especially coming from a relatively urban school that put emphasis on these other manly sports, if you will. I bought into that stigma a little bit. I fought him pretty much the entire year, even up until tryouts. I was fighting him, saying, "No, I'm not going to play volleyball. No, I'm not going to play volleyball. I'm going to run track. I'm going to play baseball like my older brother did." At the end of the day, he was so adamant and stuck with me. Yes, because I was tall and because I had a twin brother that was tall. But he stuck with me that I ended up playing boys volleyball my freshman year. It did change the course of my life. Just that simple decision changed the course of my life, as I'll talk about here in a bit. So in high school, I played 4 different sports, as I say. I played volleyball for 4 years. I played soccer for 2 years. I was actually rubbish at soccer. I really was. I didn't get much better, unfortunately. I also was on the bowling team for 3 years and the chess team for 3 years. If you think that's not a sport, look it up. It is on the All Sports Trophy, so I consider it a sport. So, with that said, my main sport was volleyball. Volleyball is my passion. It is the sport that I play most. While I am active right now in all sports, I would say, as we're going to talk about, volleyball is my passion. Freshman year, I was captain of junior varsity. Sophomore year, I made varsity as an outside hitter. Junior and senior year, I was captain of varsity, and I got all league, all region, all state honors. It was passion. It was really the sport that I fell in love with. It's all thanks to my coach, Matt Butler, who nagged me a lot. So, with that said, when we were in high school, I started coaching at that time. I coached when I was 17. I coached 17-year-olds. That's actually my wife, Amy. She played for my brother's team at that time. And that's how I met her, was that she played for my brother's team. So we started coaching at the time. That's where the coaching aspect comes in. After that, I went to college. I went to Ohio Northern University, and I played volleyball there. It was a scholarship, partially. It was academics as well. Realistically, we did really well. We won the NERSA Division II championship that year. I was only one of 2 freshmen that played. I played about 85, 90 games that season out of the possible 135, 140. It was amazing. Unfortunately, life just didn't go that well afterwards. So I had to switch schools. I switched to Miami University, a local college that I was familiar with, having gone there a little bit when I was in high school as well. I started coaching college at that point over at Miami University Middletown branch campus. So coaching came back into my life. My playing kind of was subdued just a little bit, and that is kind of my college career, if you will. Very short in terms of playing, but that is where coaching took over. At that time, I started doing Young Life, which is a youth ministry. Got really involved in that, got really involved in local high schools. Started coaching. I started 2 volleyball teams. I started Monroe High School boys team. I started coaching there. I started coaching the girls team as well. So lots of volleyball in terms of coaching, lots of relationships that I built. I started playing again with USAB in the Ohio region. After that, I went on to teach at Withrow University, coming out of college about 22. I started teaching at Withrow University High School. I started a team there as well, a boys team. So I was very much into building programs throughout the early course of my life. It was a passion of mine. I love kids and I love teaching the game. Those are the big things. As soon as I was 28, I got the opportunity to come over here and teach overseas. So it was a really rare opportunity that I've been privileged to do. At that time, I continued coaching. I continued, coaching girls volleyball at this time of my life. Over here, I got the opportunity to play a little bit more, just because of timing, because I have more time in my life, more freedom. So I currently play for a Division II National League team. I was an MVP last year. So that's one of the top 40 teams, 20 to 40 teams in all of England. I also am ranked 50th on the UK Beach Tour. I'm hoping next year that I can raise that a little bit, even though my vertical is definitely going down. So yeah, I still play, I'm still active. I'm going on my 20th season of coaching currently. You know, I talk about volleyball a lot, but I think one of the passions that I've had in my life is youth, is that I can make a difference in the youth. I'm sure that's why a lot of people teach. That's why you're wanting to be a PE teacher, is to affect the student population in a positive way. With that said, that's definitely a passion of mine. It's a passion on the inside. I just love kids. I help in the youth ministry here on base. I also just love instilling sports, love instilling passion into my personal life and my son. As he grows, I expect the same will be true. That's really what it's about in terms of physical education. The MAP program is just a great opportunity to get more money. That's great. Okay, you get more money for your masters. But really it's about that passion. It's about being able to teach that sport to that student. And maybe they're going to pursue it their entire life, and then it's going to change the dynamic of their life. That's amazing to think about. I still have people who when I started teams, I coached, and they still play volleyball and became coaches. Some of them actually. I'm thinking back, Sam, Devin, they're now married and coaching and playing volleyball together. It's amazing to see. I think this opportunity to participate in this master's program is going to give me personally, so much more opportunity in life to instill the same passions that are in my life. Well, that is it, guys. I appreciate you sticking with it till the end. I'm sorry if any of those monotone. I apologize. I hope you great success in the master's program, and I look forward to virtually meeting you here as well when we go to Northern Colorado next summer. God bless, and see you soon.